What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Terry Roden, tapping in today, man. Today's topic is rap beefs. Rap beef 2018. But what's beef? Beef to me is when blood come into play. You know, like when you go to the grocery store and you go home and you marinate that beef, and then when you cut it open, what come out? Blood. And that show you that that's real beef. So when blood come into play, that's beef. Everything else to me is a publicity stunt or a stunt to get recognition or attention. That's just what it is to me. Because when beef come into play, as they say, if it's worth fighting for, it's worth dying for. If it's worth dying for, it ain't nothing to talk about. So if a person talking about it online or anywhere else, guess what? That's not beef to me. But today we're going to tap in and talk about a few different beefs within the rap industry, within what's going on in hip-hop. Like we say, we got Trippie Redd versus 6ix9ine. We got some new beef, Pusha T versus Drake. We got Kevin Gates versus Boosie, Webby, and NBA Youngboy. We also talk about the RJ and Greedo beef. We also even could talk about the Migos offset from the Migos and King Red and King Yella beef. But we're gonna just look into stuff and we're gonna call a ball a ball. Y'all know how we do it. We're gonna call a strike a strike. Is that's real beef or that's a publicity stunt? And some of the stuff, like, I might be biased too, because like y'all say, I'm gonna show y'all, I had Boosie out here, I had Webby at my store hanging. So certain beefs I look at like, okay, I probably got a little insight on or something different. You feel me? I probably believe something different. But first, let's talk about the Trippie Redd and 6ix9ine beef. Is that's a real beef or that's a publicity stunt? I thought they were signed to the same label or somewhere signed. It's a lot of comparisons, and I thought they was friends and just different stuff. But let's talk about they beef. Now, as y'all see, starting off, 6ix9ine and Trippie Redd was friends. I consider they still be friends. Like I said, I heard they were signed to the same company. But here it is, they had one song, 1469, I think it was Pipe It Up or Pole or something like that. Y'all got to look into that and y'all let me know. But they was just friends. Then all of a sudden, look at them in videos together and I'm seeing all the stuff. Then all of a sudden, they start beefing and stuff. But check this out.
Brother. 1400 don't promote pedophiles. We don't fuck with weird niggas.
Okay, so that supposed to have been the start of the beef with Trippie Redd said that about the pedophile stuff that everybody was talking about with 6ix9ine. But here goes 6ix9ine.
Fake rape allegations this Sunday. But I just want people to use logic and use your brains, you know what I'm saying? If there's pictures, screenshots, videos, whatever there is out there of Tekashi69 raping someone, why is Tekashi69 not in jail?
So as y'all see, 6ix9ine responded, and then that was the initiation of the whole little spurl they going through. Check us out.
Got beat up in a New York hotel lobby. He said it was a New York set of Bloods, and 6ix9ine did actually confirm this the next day after, saying, Trippie shouldn't be calling people gay. You can't be snitching. That's not gangster. Check it out in the video right here.
Yo, tell that nigga, some 9 trade niggas. As soon as I walk in the building, hit right in my mouth, nigga.
Yo, I don't know what's going on, but I feel really bad about it. Your chin is bruised up. You just can't be out here calling people gay, bro.
Okay. See, now when I seen that Trippie Redd got, his little lip swole up and stuff, I said, okay, it's some blood. It's about to be some beefs. And then later on, the fast forward this whole little beef with them, later on, they was back cool. Like 6ix9ine came out here, he was getting into it, a lot of LA people out here, even people from my side was in on his head, and different people was doing stuff. Everybody was on 6ix9ine. Everybody didn't like the way his gangster was per se. But to make a long story short, he get out here, guess who he FaceTime? Trippie Redd. Now they back boys. And then right after he leave LA, they start back beefing, I think over, y'all gotta look into this yourself. Like I say, I'm rumbling with this because I'm off them. I believe, like I say, that was set up, but now they back into it over a female, I guess, or over something. I don't know the whole thing. So you guys look into it, because now 6ix9ine saying Trippie Redd is a molester of a 13-year-old girl, and that was the reason why they supposed to start beefing in the first place, because Trippie Redd called 6ix9ine a molester, and he pleaded guilty and stuff like that. So they was going back and forth. But on to the next beef. The next beef, what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Pusha T and Drake. Now, with Pusha T and Drake, check this out.
I was trying to figure out the root, where it all came from. And I was thinking, where did Drake jump in? You know, I feel like the Drake thing more recently was just about the Two Birds One Stone record. A lot of talk about the record or whatever the case may be. And you know, I guess, you know, speaking his truth, questioning my validity to the streets and so on and so forth within that verse.
As you see already, I already see through the smoke and mirrors, man. This is a publicity stunt. But we're going to still check into it. You know, that was what Pusha T responded on, I think on Hot 97 or something like that, saying this was the reason why. Like, this was the reason because knocked two birds out one stone. Like, he felt Drake was getting at him about a song. So, okay, publicity stunt. Now, let's talk about this. He did that, and Drake ain't never really responded to nobody as fast within hours. After Pusha T released this new album, Drake got right back. I think they had like some cahoots type stuff, like, you gonna do this to build myself. Because everybody, it's all part of the team. Like, they got a team. Like, I mean, you'll be surprised, man, behind these closed doors and behind the people in the back officers, how they working to get these sales up, man. But let's check into it.
The nerve, the audacity. Okay. So if you rebuke me for working with someone else on a couple of V's.
As y'all see, I really didn't get it. I'm not giving this beef too much of no thought. Like, I just call it as I see it. It's publicity stunt. I'm not gonna go into it. He said, as you know, like, you gotta go listen to the song what Drake said. That's what I'm gonna say. But y'all tap in, let me know what y'all think about that after y'all do y'all little homework on it, and let me know if y'all think it's a publicity stunt or y'all think it's a real beef. It's history, like you could say, back from the Clips and Lil Wayne and all that stuff, and Drake inherited the beef because of the whole Lil Wayne and about they felt Lil Wayne was jocking their style when they was the first one rocking the bape and stuff like that. But man, on to the next beef, man. We about to talk about some beef. I feel like it's kind of like some real beef. It be on and off, but it's really the battle of the city. Battle of really what? Who really runs Baton Rouge? It was Lil Boosie and Kevin Gates. That's what I feel. Sometimes in certain cities, dudes people in your certain city hate on you more than people outside your city. You get more respect and more love for people outside the city than in your city. That's every city you go to. Like, they got one song, I think they said, like, I forgot what's the artist's name. It's like the people in your city will kill you before anybody will. You feel what I'm saying? And that's your homeboys, your homegirls, whatever. But we'll talk about that on another topic. But let's get into this Lil Boosie versus Kevin Gates, but also Kevin Gates versus Little Boosie, Webby, and NBA Youngboy. Like I say, I didn't have Webby and Boosie. I done had them out here a few times with me. Webby was at my store, and Boosie, we did like some stuff for my motorcycle club together. So check it out, man. So this is how it started. The Kevin Gates and Boosie little beef. You see it. I started off with the performance right there. So, you know, what I'm hearing, and before I even go there, look, check this out. That's me, Boosie, and the girl Raquel from TMZ. And you'll see from the next picture, me and Webby. But, like I say, from some sources that I got and some what people telling me even online and stuff, and just sources I got, this been a beef, like, but it's over the city. So check this out. You jumping like a frog, we'll put you on that road. So, like, from what I hear from my sources, that you seen, like, that videos, that was old footage. So Kevin Gates was on stage, Boosie and them was there, and his boys and them was there, and things, you know, it turned to some fisticuffs. Kevin Gates entourage against Boosie entourage, and they was getting it cracking. And then, you know, so that was the start of it. That was some years ago. And then Kevin Gates went to jail. You know, he went to jail, and then, you know, he came home. Now he back home, so the beef starting to stir back up. Now you got dudes like that's messing with Boosie that been in, you know, indebted with him for years, like Webby, you know, that's his, you know, his boy since day one. Webby gonna inherit that beef too. Then he messing with NBA Youngboy. I think he inherit that beef too. But I don't know all the specs. I like, you know, on this show we like having our viewers and everybody else tune in. So if you watching from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you watching from, tune in, man. Comment at the bottom of this section on YouTube and let us know. Let's debate on it. Y'all might know something that I don't know. You know, I might got inside sources, but y'all might see something from the outside looking in or from another side, and y'all could tell me better as. I like staying neutral and stuff just to hear everybody opinion. But I think that was real beef. I really think like Kevin Gates, like he a solid dude. I think Boosie a solid dude. I think NBA Youngboy a solid young dude coming up in the game. And you know, Webby be having his issues, but you know, like I say, I think he's solid too. So with that being said, I think that's a solid beef. And like when people come into battling over cities, them things really weigh out and be like people be getting killed and stuff. But like also to end this, I want to talk about the Greedo. Also, when you talk about cities, I remember Greedo and RJ was just in my city in LA. They was going at it, but I like how they ended it. We could talk about the Greedo and RJ beef. I want y'all to go look into that and tell me what y'all think at the end, if it was rigged up, if it wasn't, if it was fake. But then again, like I said, I know these dudes. Like I know people from these streets and they sections and stuff like that. And it could have went left. But sometimes, like I say, sometimes you got to get the bag. That's why I say sometimes you got to be able to know how to differentiate the beefs. Is it a publicity stunt or if it's a beef? Because other people would inherit beef and other people end up dying for stuff that they didn't really, you know, have no control over or have no say-so in. So with that being said, y'all check this out. RJ and Greedo, how they ended their little beef or they publicity stuff, whatever y'all want to call it. Y'all tap in and let me know. But I like how it ended. A battle of Pookie. Shout out to Pookie. Pookie So Rude, my Long Beach, my nigga. And he orchestrated it where let's do some shows. Y'all want to beef? RJ versus Greedo, Greedo versus RJ, and that's how we get it done. And you could call it a publicity stunt or you could call it a beef. I don't know. It's up to you. Rap Beef 2008 Part 1. This is for y'all, man. Let me know. Tap in, hit me up.